Hello everyone, I'm Jensen. Today is Wednesday, April 14th. And from a new law in Ohio to a continued surge in COVID-19 cases in Michigan, I have all the stories you need to know to get in the loop tonight. But first, let's get a check on our weather.
When they do, temperatures will be allowed to fall pretty sharply and overnight lows will be in the 30s. Might be seemingly cold enough for a couple snowflakes tomorrow, but we think rain showers will be the case, and they should be relatively light when they pop up. But with temperatures in the 40s, they're going to be chilly. So not only a jacket tomorrow, but you might want to have the umbrella handy just in case. Right at midday, early afternoon is when a shower is most likely. Now watch the clock here and we'll go into Friday. The weather should brighten up a little bit on Friday. It should warm up a little bit as well, but chances are Friday will also be cooler than the normal here for mid-April. Tonight partly cloudy and chilly, a low 34. Then tomorrow's high hits only 49 degrees, a much cooler setting with again a slight chance of showers. On Friday it should be dry and there the high warms to 57.
And today the Toledo Zoo announced that 9-year-old Lucas the elephant has died due to a rare viral infection.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Saylor, President and CEO of the Toledo Zoo. I'm coming to you today with a very heavy heart. Unfortunately, after days of heroic care, we have lost our beloved elephant Lucas to a devastating viral disease known as elephant endotheliotropic herpes virus.
The zoo says there is no concern to the other elephants at this time. The virus is elephant specific and doesn't infect non-elephant species. Traditionally considered a disease of Asian elephants, it's recently been observed to cause disease in African elephants as well. Now Lucas would have turned 10 years old in June. And a new law in Ohio that went into effect on Monday allows residents to carry knives secretly. Prior law prohibited anyone in the state from carrying a concealed deadly weapon other than a handgun. House Bill 140 codifies into the law that knives, razors, or cutting instruments not used as a weapon don't count as a deadly weapon. Similarly, the new law allows for the manufacturing, sale, and possession of brass knuckles, billy clubs, blackjacks, switchblades, spring blades, and other similar weapons. The bill passed on a nearly unanimous vote in the Senate, 1 Democrat opposed, and roughly along party lines in the House, with 5 Democrats voting in favor alongside all Republicans. A powerful state law preempts cities or municipalities from imposing any gun restrictions on Ohioans beyond state and federal law. However, no such law exists for knives. 6 House Republicans have introduced a knife preemption law to date. The bill has not yet received a committee hearing. Last week, a stand your ground law took effect in Ohio, which removes the legal requirement that a person reasonably try to retreat from a perceived attack before responding with deadly force. And Michigan is seeing a COVID-19 positivity rate that's nearly 3 times the national average. Now, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky is advising state officials to close things down, saying they'll have a hard time trying to vaccinate their way out of it. Jim Watkins, Williams County Health Commissioner, says this surge is happening in Michigan because of the variants. And should people in Northwest Ohio be concerned living so close to the Michigan border? Watkins said, absolutely, because the variants are already here. A big reason being that people in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan have a lot of interaction going across state lines. Watkins is urging Ohioans not to go into Michigan if they don't have to. He said this is the opportunity to double down and try to take some caution in general. In response to the current spike, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has recommended but not mandated the 2-week pause in youth sports and in-person learning in high schools. And a Detroit area man who was convicted of killing his first wife and whose second wife died under suspicious circumstances has been granted early release from prison after he argued that the risk of COVID-19 infection endangered his life. Federal prosecutors fought to keep Roger Sweet locked up and were surprised by U.S. District Judge Victoria Roberts' decision on Friday. Police said Sweet is considered a person of interest in the death of his second wife, whose remains were found in 2013, years after she disappeared. Roberts ordered Sweet's release even though he's received a COVID-19 vaccine dose and survived a virus infection last year. She acknowledged that his crimes were, quote, abhorrent, but said chronic health conditions, especially kidney disease, make him vulnerable. In 2008, Sweets was convicted in 2 Detroit area courts and 1 federal court. Those crimes included second-degree murder in the 1990 death of his first wife, the sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl, and the sexual exploitation of children. His federal prison sentence, 21 years, was the longest and still had 7 years remaining, prosecutors said. Sweet will be confined to his home on electronic tether for 12 months, with exceptions for work, religious services, medical appointments, and court-ordered obligations. And today, officials announced that the police officer who shot and killed a young man in Minnesota Sunday afternoon has been arrested and charged with manslaughter. The The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension said its agents took former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter into custody at around 11:30 a.m. on probable cause. She's been charged with second-degree manslaughter, and that charge carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. Potter shot and killed 20-year-old Daunte Wright during a traffic stop Sunday afternoon. She and former Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon submitted their resignations yesterday. Gannon said he believes Potter shot Wright by accident, mistaking her gun for her taser. Wright's family and civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represents them, say they don't believe it was an accident. Crump pointed out that Potter worked for the Brooklyn Center Police Department for 26 years and even trained other officers. In body cam footage, Potter can be heard announcing that she would be using her taser before pulling out her gun and shooting Wright. Crump responded to the charging decision Wednesday, saying it isn't enough and that no conviction can give the Wright family their loved one back. The Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association told our sister station KARE 11 that Potter is being represented by defense lawyer Earl Gray, who also represents Thomas Lane. Lane is one of 4 former MPD officers charged with the death of George Floyd, along with Derek Chauvin. Chauvin is currently being tried in court for murder, while the other 3 officers will have separate trials on lesser charges. And before I go, I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and it's a sad reality that every day Lucas County children are falling victim to abuse and neglect. Nicole Williams is a manager of the Assessment and Intake Department of the Lucas County Children's Services. She says 10,000 calls came in within the past year reporting suspected abuse and neglect. WTOL 11 has joined with Lucas County Children's Services and asking you to wear blue today in honor of these young victims. You can post a picture to social media using the hashtag OhioWearsBlue to show your support for those who have been affected by or tragically lost their lives to child abuse. To learn more about how you can help Lucas County kids, check out the link in the description of this video. But that is all I have for you today. If you liked this video, hit that like button and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Jensen, and now you're in the loop.